All right. Welcome back, everybody. Another session begins. But first, let's talk a little bit about maybe some of what happened in the last session. The a big part of it was role playing between things that we were learning about in the big common room back in the tavern in Duskport, and then we had met with the tailor and the Vrylokan scholar. Um, we did find out that the scholar we met with turned out to be somebody of great import that we did not really know about at the time. But he clued us into um, some information about the eclipse and the mausoleum, and maybe a little some of what they're doing, because that's part of his area of current research. And we decided to act on it and take a carriage with a couple of guards that took us east for a couple of days until we came to the edge of the massive graveyard that spans for miles and miles and miles. And with the middle of the graveyard looms a giant cathedral looking building um, that is known to be the Mausoleum of Silent Souls. Along that journey across the east, we saw many, many different like instances or encounters of different ghosts and shadows and all kinds of different ethereal beings that were moving eastward towards the mausoleum. And there was something very unique about their movement, and in some ways they were moving as though transfixed, under duress. Um, So both transfixed, but under duress and restless, and some were a bit agitated along the way. But through some special lanterns and some incredible luck, we made our way to the graveyard site unscathed. Um, and that's kind of where we left off, was right on the edge of that graveyard, looking onward across many miles towards the giant mausoleum that looms in its center.
Are there? I mean, on the picture, it shows kind of like a unkept path, kind of winding through. Are there paths like you would normally think about in a graveyard to where people might have wandered around to like visit graves? Can we choose a path, or do we feel like we have to walk across graves to get where we're going because they're all just like everywhere? like some of the paths don't even make sense. Like they have uh, graves crossing the paths and weird stuff like that. Okay. Fancy's gonna step up to the edge of the graveyard and try bend down and with a gloved hand try to uh, get some uh, loose dirt free.
Is there a tree nearby?
There are a handful of twisted trees that have no leaves, very much like a lot of this country that they don't really
I'm gonna
have
try to climb a tree.
leaves or buds. Um, yeah, you can do so pretty easily, especially given how twisted they are. There's a lot of stuff to hold on to.
What do you see,
And I'm
Bo?
gonna try to kind of map out a route from what I can see for what appears to be the most connected path to the mausoleum.
To the mausoleum? I mean, are we going to the mausoleum? Because then we need to go to,
We did, but I'm just trying to get a map.
okay.
Because of the way in which the stitching occurs, there's no one continuous path. It just does not exist.
Yeah.
So you can,
I hippity hop down.
like, I mean, it's not like there's giant wall. It's not a maze. It's not
Yeah,
giant
yeah,
walls.
it's not a maze.
Like, so you could walk straight there.
No, it's just like cracks that are disjointed and broke. Yeah, I get it. I was just trying to, see,
Yeah, you could
Don't
just
wanna
you
walk
could,
over
you
graves.
could put that in your side, and you could just walk right that just straight there if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we just need to follow the will of the wisps.
Right? That's what we're supposed to do. Follow them.
Yeah, follow the will of the wisps.
All right,
They
let's go.
guide the wary through the
hip hop
winding
down?
ways. But tread with care, for they tire easily of company and vanish if disrespected. So respectfully follow the will of the wisp, which I'm not really sure exactly what that means, but
Yeah, Fancy. Don't touch the graves.
There are a lot of
I'll-
stories about where you need just a little bit of this grave dirt.
Nope, don't touch it.
I'm taking some.
we're supposed to go to the Twisted Oak.
All right, so I guess we look for a twisted oak.
I mean, it sounds like they're all twisted.
But
I'm
are
not
they
sure
all
which
oaks?
one.
Are they all oaks? Aha!
Ah,
They've.
can we see a twisted oak? Yeah.
Can we identify the trees based on their leaves? Doesn't look like there's any leaves on any of these.
There are no leaves, but you can try to identify the types of trees.
Ooh. Okay. Can I identify the types of trees?
That's a nature,
Oh.
and you would have
Yeah.
advantage as a druid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna spec those trees.
Do I roll with it?
Yeah, you should have done with advantage. So just roll
Oh,
one more time, and we'll
sorry.
take the better of the two. A lot of the regular elements that one might use for, like in horticulture, in order to identify the trees, from bark to, size, shape, generally speaking, leaves. Both the bark and the leaves are very difficult to distinguish because of the way in which the trees are twisted, and that they just don't have leaves. There are still some elements that are identifiable, but generally speaking, the trees around you, you could tell that they come from some sort of old hardwood, but that's about the extent that you could tell.
I think Fancy needs to. He's had some experience with trees in the past, so he's gonna.
Do you have?
I mean,
Did
the
you
nature.
collect some grave dirt?
He did. He did collect some right from the edge of the graveyard. He's collecting some dirt, and he also wants to like look at the trees. Do I get to roll a nature roll, or do I get to get eaten by this grave?
That's what we shall see. We shall see. I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh, you should be good on that. Come on.
This is charisma saving is on the right. Okay,
Yes, the saves are on the right.
I think we did it.
Right. And then roll your knowledge nature.
Oh yeah, I did. I did discover something.
It's a tree.
No, no, I know exactly which one it is.
I don't think he's supposed to laugh.
I mean,
You collect some dirt, and the feel of the dirt is weird. It's silty compared to regular dirt, almost more akin to sand than actual dirt or clay, which you might expect given the look of the ground around you. It doesn't look like sand. It doesn't feel like sand when you step on it, when you walk on it, or the way that anything is embedded in it. But it sure feels like sand on your fingertips.
but I was able to easily gather it. And does it also give me the impression that if we were to walk on this, that we might sink in like sand does, like if you're walking down a dune?
No, no, there's been no indication of anything like that thus far.
All right, I do want to keep this grave dirt in a pouch somewhere.
You're gonna put it in a jar. You're gonna have a jar of dirt.
I mean, this is important to our quest, or else you shouldn't question your leader like this. Really,
We've got a jar of dirt.
it's not a jar; it's a pouch.
Okay.
Little leather pouch with look at these drawstrings. You can like, yeah, it's nice. Put it on my belt here. Plus, if we have to pick up a skull at some time, I've seen seen people take like they like take the pouch of sandy grave dirt and put it on there, and then they take they take the skull and then they put the. I'm sure it can be used later. All right, Brad, I I wasn't able to tell which one tree was an oak tree. Well, the next thing I'm gonna do
You think you
is
did, but
oh yeah. So I feel confident that I've located the oak tree. Um, is there a tree that's like larger than the other trees, or one that has mysterious wispy things floating around it more than the others?
roll a perception check.
Uh, no.
Shadows move across in the distances, and sometimes it has a strange effect on your perception. Like when you're looking directly at something, the vision is very clear, but on your peripherals, it looks like things maybe change. You're kind of looking off and you see, oh, there's a big tree, and you go to look. No, there's no big tree there. There's a tree close to that, but it's not the big tree you saw in your periphery.
Excellent. Hmm. Do I know? Is there any history of this big graveyard? I mean, or is this a relatively new feature of this land? I know obviously we wouldn't think about a graveyard as being new, but if it's like pulling in dimensional graveyards or something, is there some historical, because I used to study a lot of history.
From what the townspeople said, that this mausoleum is known, and that it has had a big graveyard around it. But to look on it does not seem like the descriptions that were given, and most are too wary to travel here anymore, especially
Are there
as of
any?
late.
Are there any? I don't know if in the picture we sort of see something maybe flickering. Are those leaves, or maybe are those birds? Are there birds? Do we see any kind of living creatures about?
Um, hmm. Once you kind of cross into this threshold that is the graveyard itself, other than the actual ethereal beings that and the wisps that you can actually see, um, no, there was all kinds of different things from the Shadowfell that looked like real animals, but just twisted in some little bit way, or with some properties that were aligned with the Shadowfell in some way. And you'd seen many of those on the journey, but you see none now.
Now you did mention we can see wisps. Are they different than the ethereal beings? We can see some wispy things.
Yeah, the will-o-wisps. Yes,
Oh,
there are some that, like glow bugs in the night, that just light up and then fade away. Um, a handful that are scattered throughout the graveyard.
okay. So, but we can't. We need to. What did the lore say that we had to start at a great tree and then follow the wisps? Okay.
First, follow the will of the wisp, those wandering wraiths of light, for though fickle, they guide the wary through the winding ways. But tread with care, for they tire easily of company and vanish if disrespected. Beyond the graves of the nameless, where the air is thick with sorrow and silence, you will find a twisted oak tree, its roots reaching like claws into the earth. This ancient arbiter marks the whispering crossroads, where the winds speak of forgotten paths. There you must turn toward the Crypt of Sorrows, a structure of solemn stone where shadows cling like cloaks. It is said that those who listen closely can hear the echoes of the dead, offering guidance.
All right. Fancy is going to concentrate over the graveyard, looking for a wispy looking thing that appears to be closest. Okay, being very careful with my footing, I tell the others, uh, pay attention to where I'm at, but don't follow yet. And as if he knows something, he's going to start creeping so carefully, ever so carefully, towards the wisp that's like 100 feet, whatever away, or whatever he said. Watching every foot. He's like testing the ground ahead as he steps. He wants to feel the ground. Ready to like jump like a cat or a squirrel or something. If something's going weird. Once Fancy is, well, you haven't told me what's happening yet. I mean, if he starts to make some I start to make some ground, I have
Mhm.
to tell you the next thing that I'm going to do before something happens. So just let me.
Yeah, so you start walking off, and how are you going to walk straight line there? What tell me how you might proceed
You know
towards
the
that line.
dune, sort of the dune walk where they like walk all kinds of weird, and it's
Yes, yes.
very, yeah. So he's kind of like feeling ahead and in the dirt and trying to make sure, testing each foot before he puts full weight on it, and like brushing across the top of the ground, and it's just the weirdest like walk ever as he's trying. And although Fancy probably doesn't believe this, a lot of it is just for show. You know, he's trying to make it look like he knows the secrets of the graveyard. Okay.
Roll a regular dexterity check, and then also a insight check.
Plunk. Then. Oh, nice. I feel insightful.
It isn't long before you start to get a semblance of the unnatural feel. Not just the fact that specters roam and it's just a creepy atmosphere in and of itself, but the more you're able to kind of take in the differences in perceptions, and the way the earth feels and the way that things are laid out. Um, you've moved 40 feet or so, and there has been no, um, nothing's jumped out to bite you. There's not been any kind of reaction in the things that are around you, but you turn to look back at your companions, and you look towards the wisp, still moving around, fluttering about, glowing in and out. You can really only see it when the glow lights up. Still in the same kind of area, but as you look, you turn around as you kind of do that 180 to kind of turn your periphery on the side, like everything that you looked at on the side, different. And then you look back at your companions. The path behind you looks the same, and your companions are still standing there. But the landscape to your side, towards the mausoleum, towards that big cathedral, where the gravestones were, where the trees were, not the same.
Oh, really interesting. Um, I carefully turn back and in a calm voice tell the others that uh, basically what I've perceived, that it seems to be shifting, and that um, we should likely stay together, or we're going to get quite separated. So I beckon them to come, trying to urge them to take the same kind of movement that I am, as if it's the right way to do things. Nobody's looking or responding. Come on, guys.
Sure.
I'll follow closely behind Dagon.
Val will take up the rear.
Like just like barely like almost reaching out for his coat of tails.
What? What?
And then Weldon killed us all with his flamethrower.
I don't know what that was.
His flamethrower spilled.
I sprung a leak.
Burn them all.
Your fuel canister exploded?
And that's why flamethrowers are bad.
It's pretty exciting. I thought Drad was rolling all those there for a second.
I
I
did
did
too.
too.
Well, that's
So did I was like, well, fuck.
over,
We're going down
buddy.
this path. We made a choice. We're going to live with it.
Thank you.
Fucking cow trips on this path we're rolling for here.
Hey, once the party is within like 10 or 15 feet of me, I'm gonna turn around and continue the fancy walk across, testing the ground very carefully, and trying to keep my eye on the wisp, and every so often glancing behind me to make sure the others are staying close.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
This is what you should excel at, Fancy.
I know, I got this.
Acceptable.
It's almost a 20.
It was. It tried, and then it gave up.
You continue walking in the crypt.
Thriller!
I feel like we should call it the fancy fumble.
He's just doing Thriller as he goes to the graveyard. It's appropriate.
Can fancy if you want to.
We're following these wisps.
Moonwalking side to side.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do 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 do. Do
Alright,
do
I
do
need you
do.
to now make another perception check.
All right, this time I'm really gonna try.
How is the party proceeding?
I am proceeding cautiously because I don't expect this to go well.
Yeah, I think I'm following behind Emmy.
No, wait,
just-
she's behind you.
No, she's behind Dagan.
Oh, Dagan, okay.
Dagan's right behind you.
Okay,
It's
good.
Dagan, Emmy, me,
Dagan.
Weldon, and Val.
Dagan knows what's going on. He knows.
I'm
think
just judging you from
from all.
back.
Sorry. I think from the cart ride, seeing the things that you can only say are periphery. I'm trying to pick up what Fancy's putting down. So I'm just kind of walking, but trying to look through my periphery as well. And as much as it pains me to say it, sometimes I'm following Fancy's lead.
Fancy's made it about 75 feet, and the rest of the group in kind of a little tighter chain, about 15 feet behind him, and then the chain kind of tails back a little further beyond that. Continuing to walk forward, I need everyone to roll a perception check.
You got these. Oh, Val. He's in the back seeing stuff.
I'm not seeing
Just
shit.
all those sevens. 3 sevens
Val
is
is
lucky, right?
not focusing on anything in the distance. He's pretty much just keeping the gaze like in the immediate area of the party.
I've spent too much time staring at Fancy. He's distracting me.
When you made it about 50 feet in, which Val's probably right at that point, it starts looking left and right. You start looking kind of about, but in your immediate area, where you stand does not look like where you would have been standing when you started moving into the graveyard. Your immediate area, some of the details look similar, but there are definitely things in different places. As you look further and further away, more and more looks different the further away you are. You can still see, as that pinnacle in the middle, the cathedral, unmoved, unchanged, but everything around the graveyard in its entirety has changed.
Are we still moving in the direction of the Will of the Wisps?
At least one, the nearest one.
Okay.
About this time, when you get within the last 20 feet away from the wisp, that has been kind of like the glow bug, flittering out where there's no light, and then it's like it's moving around, and then it starts to glow back up, and then at this point it stops moving entirely and stays one solid glowing little ball of light. And that glowing ball is like pulsing, flittering, but staying unmoving. And
Don't get too close, Fancy.
Sorry, it's beckoning us. This is the way. This is the way. I carefully, uh, I changed my step a little bit more to be what Fancy would perceive as being respectful towards the wisp as I approach it in a way that is trying to. I'm trying not to. If I can tell that like what's beneath me is the front of a grave or whatever, I'm going to try to step over those kinds of things and try to be respectful and as I move, more respectful even than my cool sand walk. As I keep continuing closer to this particular wisp. Uh-oh.
You stepped on a wisp.
the wisp
that?
begins to crackle with energy, and then a moment, like a heartbeat, passes, and then that energy strikes out at a specter not 10 feet from you, off to the side. And then it just sits there crackling in its one spot. The specter that didn't seem like it was there beside you before, gone. And that crackling energy has not subsided. Roll an insight check.
No problem. I got this.
Ooh. Ooh.
The wisp seems in some sort of agitated state. What do you know about wisps?
Well, I can check. I can check the what I know. I know lots of songs about wisp. Um,
That be. Is it a natural creature or more of a?
It's more of an arcane creature.
should I roll Arcana?
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart, so I can probably. I think he's. I think it's getting annoyed with us. I hold up my hand, and then Fancy kind of holds up both hands, and he's like, we come in peace. Can you show us the way?"
Armaris, you would know a little something of what the wisp's role in this world is. Much as the druids tend the natural world, wisps tend to, in a lot of ways, tend the souls that transfer to the beyond. There are other types of wisps and other magical beings like them that tend other things as well, but the will-o-wisp itself, in some ways, is a beacon to show the souls to the path beyond, and they take their charge very seriously, and they, to an extent, are also defenders of that, of kind of like the souls against things that might fight against them. In that, I guess in their kind of job description, is they show them the way and then try to guard them on that journey, and trying to maintain that the fact that there is a journey to go on, a path to follow for the spirits.
But it crackled at a spirit, right?
No, it crackled and ate a spirit. The spirit disappeared, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "You're going the wrong way."
Yeah, it shot in effect, a bolt of lightning from its charged energy. It probably wasn't lightning itself, but very similar at the specter, and then the specter disappeared.
Is it annoyed at us, or is it more like just bothered by the environment, the natural order of things is disrupted by whatever is calling the spirits to the mausoleum? Or, like,
Your
I can't
insight
tell.
was a 24, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
um, it there's definitely something. It was agitated at that one particular specter for sure. So whether it thought it was an element of malevolence that was trying to hinder or harm its ability to do its regular job, or that it wasn't obeying, or that part is like it's there's not a lot of body language or vocabulary. Like there hasn't been a lot of anything to kind of go off on its true motives. Um, but the fact that it continues to crackle in some way, it hasn't attacked anyone or anything else. So maybe it's cautious. Maybe it needs to be reassured, dissuaded, something.
Do I get the sense that it would understand me, like, if I spoke
You
to
wouldn't
it?
know. You wouldn't know. Yeah, not as of yet.
Fancy just assumes that it can. He's already talking to it.
Yeah. I think we need to tell it that we're trying to help reset the nature back to what it should be. So I guess I'm gonna try and explain that and hope that even if it doesn't understand my words, that maybe it will understand my motive, or like our motive for why we're here.
I'll let you roll a persuasion check with advantage because of your insight into its state.
Hmm.
Oh, I like that. It shows both that now, and it grays out the. That's a new thing.
That's nice. Yeah.
Normally, it just told you in text what it dropped without, but now it actually shows it and then grayed out. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
The crackling energy subsides, and the wisp begins to float around, still lit.
Is it going away from us? If it is, I'm assuming it's in follow that we were supposed to follow.
Now it's moving, I would say, erratically or randomly, but instead of just saying stock still in one spot, it's like it's flying around figure eights and backing on itself, but it's all kind of staying in the same relative spot. But it's moving.
More like patrolling. Okay, then in that case, I kind of want to look to see if there's another wisp in the area that's within, say, 100 feet or something that I would reason is the next one.
Yeah, kind of scanning around in your periphery. I would like you to do perception check.
I've been extremely perceptive today. What is that? It's half.
Um, around the wisp, there seems to be an element of stability to the shifting in perception, but just beyond there is a like the things just kind of around, almost like a circle around the wisp. That's quite a few feet out, 20 feet out or so. Things seem to be really rock steady, but beyond that, things are moving, and you can not only just in your periphery anymore, but sometimes other than exactly where you're staring or focused, not even like your full periphery, but just a few degrees off of your exact focus, things seem like they're blurred a little, as though moved. And so it's actually a little disorienting, because only in the exact place that you're focusing at any one time is there seem like any clarity. And so it takes you a long time to just kind of look at one point, focus in, and then get some clarity of vision, and then turn a little, and then focus in and get a little clarity of vision, and turn a little. Like, you can't just paint your own picture of the landscape like your eyes normally would do. You have to kind of really slice in one sliver of an image at a time.
Interesting.
While he's doing that, I kind of want to address the wisp again and sort of like kneel down to it and say we respect you and honor you for your role in the natural order of things. We humbly request that you guide us on the path that we need to follow.
The wisp begins to pulse in place, and it stops. Like, I mean, it just stops moving, like it's been kind of patrolling about, and then pulses a few times, and then stays on bright, just barely like a candlelight flicker effect to it. As it then, let's see, I want you to roll. I like that. Let's do a persuasion again with advantage. Let's do another one. The wisp, kind of where it is, it like dims to like it flickers out, and then like it kind of disappears for a moment, and then like a second later, the wisp's literally like a foot in front of your face becomes light, slowly lights up in the orb and starts dancing around.
You did it, brother. You did it.
And then
Is it dancing around in a way that, like, I don't know, like, you know, like how a dog would be like, follow me or whatever, and they like go a little and they come back or anything, or like, is there any indication of something I should do? Am I supposed to, like, I don't know, make a pact with it somehow? Shake hands, that kind of thing. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like that kind of thing, but as it's dancing around, it's kind of doing these like little figure eights, and then it just stops, and then just starts going away very slowly.
Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. We follow. We follow. Carefully following it.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. I'm always respectful. I feel like you don't give me credit. I'm definitely always respectful.
As you look off in the distance, you can see a couple of other wisps start moving towards a particular location that's kind of off in front of you in the direction that the wisp is, that the one that you're following is going.
Oh, you're excellent. Fancy whispers to Dagon. You don't think this is a trap that Armaros is getting into? Because I'm not sure if he knows everything that you and I know about this graveyard. You know what I mean?
As you're walking along, you notice like a glint of light, a reflection off something just off the path, just to your side. And as you kind of look at it, it's a glowing red ruby embedded in the earth.
Don't touch it.
I wouldn't.
Stay
I wouldn't dare touch
on the path.
that.
Dagon, make him. I don't know.
I kind of stand in the way
Handcuff him if
to,
you have to.
yeah, I kind of stand in his way a little bit just to make sure he
Fancy,
does not walk towards it.
Fancy
Stay in the
definitely
path.
tells them that he's not going to do that, but he does hang out near Dagon uncomfortably, walking, the side of him.
I have manacles in my bag. Do not make me use them.
The ruby glows, and in its center, this star-white light pulses. Take me, take me, take me.
Nope.
No.
We're
I think-
walking.
Stay
We're
on the
walking.
path.
We
Fancy,
need-
we're walking.
This, guys.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
This is part of the puzzle.
Nope.
No. Focusing on following the wisp, and I assume the order has changed since I'm like ahead or at the front.
Yeah, he probably moved up.
Yeah.
Fancy pulls out his lute, looks at Dagon, and he says, "I've got an idea about this."
Nope.
And then he
Nope.
plays.
Nope.
Val starts to motion for silence, waving some.
No,
He's waving
and
his
then
hands.
he's gonna cast protection from evil and good on himself.
Protection from evil and good.
That's what it says. I guess protection from evil. If I have to choose, I don't know how this spell works.
Is it a choose or is it you can't be helped by good things or
How do I
bad
do this?
things?
Am I targeted?
First rule of spell casting: don't cast them if you don't know how they work.
I don't know what I did there, Drad. I clicked a thing. I tried to put an effect on myself.
Yeah, you gotta just drag the effect to you.
Did that work? Nope. Is. All right. Now, once I've played that little chord, that Fancy understands that it makes it so that he can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. Then he looks back at the ruby to see if he can still sort of hear the whisper of "take me," besides just a valuable ruby there, or if that feeling has subsided.
Let me see here real quick. You do not feel quite so compelled.
Fancy declares to the rest, "It's a trap."
Yes.
Yeah. We
Good.
got that.
Very astute.
Alright.
Thank you, Fancy.
It's good that I'm here with you guys, that I can protect you from these things.
Yes, let's follow
Fancy.
Amaros now.
Fancy bites his bottom lip a little bit as he looks back at the ruby and then follows Armaros.
I make sure he follows Amaros.
there is a bit of a shimmer, almost like ripples on water, but it's vertical. As a wisp passes what seems to be some kind of boundary or barrier.
If Armorous doesn't go through it immediately, Fancy feels completely confident that that's what we're supposed to do. He's gonna like give him the stiff shoulder as he's gonna walk by him.
Yeah, I can walk. I'm gonna follow the wisp. I'm following
Okay.
the wisp.
Following.
Yeah.
As you kind of walk through what seems like a curtain of some sort of barrier, the view changes. It's still very much the Shadowfell graveyard. Like, nothing's changed about the atmosphere, and you can still see the mausoleum off in the distance, the giant cathedral. That's the one point that never seems to change. But when you do, like the immediate surrounding, you walk through and you see a small little church in a state of disrepair, and outside of that, there is a gravestone that is right next to a main set of stairs, and then out just beyond there is kind of like a regular cemetery. So it's just like if you were some rural church, like in a very small community, like 100 people live in like a little community, and then they have this tiny little church, and then they have like the community's graveyard kind of beside it, or off to a side. And next to this graveyard stands one giant tree.
Is it? Does it look like an oak tree? Am I able to identify now that we've passed through the perception filter?
Oh, yes.
Kneeling in front of the gravestone right next to you
Oh.
is a spirit of a middle-aged woman crying over the gravestone. Ethereal being, most certainly. Let's see. Is the tree an oak? Roll another nature check.
With advantage.
Yes, with advantage. It is a gnarled old hardwood, but oak, you're not certain.
Okay. I still feel confident that this is the tree in from the prophecy that the what were they called? The gypsies gave us.
I think you're right, but what's missing is there's no fool.
Yeah, keep thinking that. Where the air is thick with sorrow and silence.
Aro, oh, this woman is sad.
Ghostly figure of a woman sits by this small grave. The gravestone has a set of dates on it. And just looking at the dates, you can see that it was a child's grave. The woman
this is terrible.
weeps softly to herself. Her translucent hands clutch a small, tattered doll, her face frozen in eternal grief. As you approach, she looks up at you. sadness deep in her eyes. But she says nothing.
Where's the wisp?
There are no wisps.
We've done it, though. We did the right thing. All right. Fancy clears his throat, begins to address the woman.
I put my hand over his mouth. And then I put my finger to my lips. As if to say, like, don't break the silence. And then I'm gonna, like, motion towards a tree and, like, slowly start walking over there. I guess, do you want me to move myself?
Yes, yeah.
Just, taking care to follow the path and not step on any graves or, you know, anything like that.
I'm going to go with Armaros to keep him out of trouble because clearly he's making a big mistake.
Dang it, you don't walk through the graveyard. Gravestone. You can't walk through the gravestone. Or fancy, that's fancy, sorry.
Oh, I just trying to say I followed you in your path.
Yeah.
The wailing woman like her sobs become more audible, loud. Her eyes look up, pleading, as she tracks you walking away.
Fancy turns around and begins to address her in a very formal way as he bows to her. And then he says, "Forgive my friends. How can we help you?"
And you see her hand
I
kind of
Go ahead.
turns upright with the doll. It's like she begins to sniff, you know, like the sniffling that happens after you've been crying real hard. And then her hand kind of goes limp. Roll an insight check, Fancy.
All right.
Her eyes were filled with sorrow, but now you can see some kind of stern, not just pain, but maybe a veil of anger.
At Fancy.
You should be used to that.
Yeah, he probably doesn't notice that part exactly.
I just kind
Fancy
of
carrying us through this today.
whisper and and say, there's no help that we can give. We're intruders in her grief. Let's move on.
I think she's lost a child. Maybe we can find it.
The child is there. The child's moved on. She hasn't. There's no help
This is
that
a
we can
terrible
give.
story, Armaro. I don't like that story. I think that if we were good heroes, we would be able to save the child.
You can't save everybody.
How does the rest of the group react? Do you continue on down the path?
I I take an apple out and leave it like towards her and just kind of leave it on the ground before I follow everyone else because I don't have anything else to give her, but I want to leave her something.
An apple. Here, have an apple. Love it.
Hmm. I'm just gonna mosey on by the ghost.
Fancy wants to walk back to the grave.
I would like to remind everyone that we have a mission here. As Val snags Fancy on the arm as he walks past. The only ones we can save are ourselves in this place.
In the living.
You think there's a
Just-
wrong we could right here somewhere? Did the child die from disease? Fancy kneels down towards
You can't right wrongs when they've already happened.
Fancy kneels down to the gravestone and looks for like other writing on it besides a date. Anything else? Like a clue.
I was gonna like put a hand on his shoulder and try to pull him back. Death isn't always wrong, Fancy.
The mourning mother takes the little doll and then like hugs it to her chest, and then like kind of what you would imagine would be a pouted lip, lower lip. And then you can see like with her other hand, she grips the headstone and in a way that it's like there's anger in. If she had flesh, she would be white knuckling the gravestone. She slowly turns her head back towards the party.
She's clearly trying
Come
to
on.
tell us something. We can't just ignore her.
There's something we can do to help.
What about the doll? I try to make out details of the doll.
The time to help is past, just like time for them.
It's almost like a little Raggedy Ann doll, like a little homemade.
Fancy, her child has already moved on, and she cannot. And we can't help her move on unless we finish what we came here to do.
The building, this is an aside, sorry. The building there, you said it was like a church, right? Or is that a crypt?
Hey, Drad.
Yes,
ahead.
it is like a little church.
Fancy wants, as an actor, you know, he feels like he is moved by this loss of the child, and he's kind of already leaning over at the grave. He's going to kneel down, and he's going to attempt to weep at the grave in solidarity with the mother.
Piss her off. Oh my
So here is my try.
Still with the doll kind of hugged to her chest, with the other hand that she's been white knuckling, so to speak, the grave, she gently pats your shoulder and then kneels down and begins weeping over the grave again.
Continue to the tree. And
Just want to start make it all the way there.
okay. I just want to kind of like sort of I don't know, like druid sense meditate and like feel the surroundings and the tree and like listen for the wind.
There is a like as you approach, as you kind of come down and around these large branches on the south side of the tree, is looks to be a fairly fresh corpse of some adult in rural like farm clothes, sitting up like it was leaning up on against the tree when it died.
Can I
What's
What's
tell
the
like
rest of the group doing?
okay.
Are they still standing next to the grave, or are they?
I am kind of staying here to protect Fancy, I think.
And I'm still kind of clinging to Dagon. Wherever he goes, I just follow.
Right now, in my mind's eye, Fancy is still down there crying.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten up yet. You can't end the performance too soon. Otherwise, it's not believable.
And just as a, since you rolled that 27, Dagon believes like you were truly giving. He's looking at you with some respect, or at least when you come back, that you're truly
Moved.
showing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, if nothing else is happening immediately, once Fancy feels like he's paid respects to the dead, he's going to slowly get up, wipe his eyes, give Dagon a hug, and then and then walk towards the tree.
And I'm walking, assuming that Emmy, is walking with me.
The weeping mother looks off in longing as you walk away together. Her sorrow encapsulates her in a way that she finds it difficult to do much, but like you can kind of see as the group begins to walk away, her sorrow pleading kind of begins to evolve to anger.
I think she's gonna attack us somehow.
She's been quiet, solemn. Only the only sounds being those of whimpers and sobs. But if she moves, as you move away, as the last of you leave, becoming clear that you will offer her no assistance other than some sharing in her grief. Her sobs become wails. Her
She's a banshee.
very demure form become like her hair starts to pull out from her like with extreme static, and then she lets out a long wail, and as she does so, other spirits become awoken in the area. They seem to turn with some form of aggression.
I whispered to Dagon, "Can the spirits hurt us?"
Yes.
I need you to roll initiative.
Oh no! Oh, that wanted to be a 1. Oh.
Good thing I dropped that 2.
Quite the upgrade.
It could be the difference between life and death. Alright.
Death and more death.
The wail pierces, and as some of these nearby spirits begin to emerge, whether from the ground or from the buildings that kind of surround you, they look on with definitely violent intent. The first to kind of recover, Val, you're up first.
I've also get this look of just like complete aggravation.
Oh. Oh. I'm not saying oh because it says OH in there, alright?
Oh,
Offhand. How empathetic is Fancy now?
The wraith's
Fancy
wailing
Fancy.
kind of subsides and is replaced by instead an angry voice. How dare you let a child go wandering, unfound? Now I must stay. Here I am locked. And it is all now because of you.
Fancy wants to. He pulls out his lute and begins to play a song that the party has not heard him play before, and he's going to basically play the counter charm ballad, which is like "Don't be afraid, fight well, nothing to be afraid of here," like that. So I don't know how to use that skill though. It's supposed to give them advantage on saving throw versus frightened or charmed. But any creatures, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you. Do I just target everybody and then try to put the effect on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Val's just going to mutter under his breath when Fancy starts doing the anti-frighten, anti-charm ballad. This isn't his first run-in with specters, woke specters, and them trying to place blame for their own kids going missing.
I don't know how to do it, Drad. Do I double click it now? Did that work? No. Did everybody get it? No. I don't know how to. I'm gonna drag it to everybody. Did that work? This lasts until I get socked in the head or interrupted. Even Val gets one. Okay, that's it for me.
Mm-hmm. The specter swipes out at Emmy, just kind of missing, just barely out of range of her, and then, like in its ghostly form, literally travels through her.
Ugh.
Did I get opportunity attack on that, or no?
So that-
No, because it hasn't left any. It hasn't gone beyond your friendly
Okay.
space yet. Yeah, it just goes through her to the other side, and then the act of doing so, it feels strange, oddly enough, because it is though, even though it kind of does, it is an ethereal form, and so it moves through you, and it can do so, move through solid stuff, but it like there's feeling to it, and you can feel it pierce through your skin and through your insides and through the other side, as there's like tickling even a little on the inside, and then as it does so, dark energy hurts you a little as it passes through to the other side.
And was it obvious to the rest of us that hurt her?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look
Those
like
bitches.
it wasn't a major wound by any case, but it definitely looked like it hurt her.
Oh no, not Emmy. Whew.
Let's see how that actually. Okay.
All right.
Fuck shit up, Weldon.
Yeah. Are the the player control creature things working again, or are they still broken for you?
Still broken.
Okay. I would.
But I can give you. I can
Okay.
share that piece with you so you can use it from its card.
Let's see, just make sure it does take a. All right, I will cast me a drop me a cannon. And I don't think it cost me anything. Hold on, I'm just making double check, and I thought it would cost me my action to cast the cannon, but I don't see. I think it takes an action to make it. I'll use my bonus action to have my cannon target. Alira.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. It worked. Okay. Is it rolling it for you? Or I just have to...
I don't see any rolls on anything.
Yeah, I'm double clicking on it in the...
I think you have to use the card that pops up.
Yeah, that's what I'm clicking on. The one you shared with me. I'm trying to drag it off of the... okay, I'll just do it this way. Roll a 10. I'm going to assume that misses.
You were firing at Elira?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Hickey dicky.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take a swing at this guy first.
Good job, Dagon. You've killed the ghost.
Aha!
I ain't afraid no ghost.
You're not afraid now that the song is going on.
Gonna position myself here near the party. Gonna cast. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points, and as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
They look like little wisp of arcane energy, and that is my turn.
Are they on the edge of that circle? Or
They fly all throughout it.
Yeah.
Well, that looks dangerous.
The specter enters the
Okay.
circle.
Can't remember if I did that. Oh, I already did that.
You did.
Hold on, sorry. I think it's a save first. I haven't used this in many years. Its speed is halved once it gets in the area. Yeah, wisdom save.
It fails.
No.
Spectacularly.
Oh, no, wait. It fails.
Would you say it failed Spectre tactically?
Time for Emmy's epic counterattack.
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna come up here beside you, Weldon, and lightning is gonna spring out of my hands.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna make my first stand on then with static. I like it. Ooh, shock and grasp. Ooh, that's not used a lot. There you go. Emmy pulled out a taser.
Elira still rage-filled eyes, hair still standing out almost horizontally at this point. Lets out a banshee-like wail that pierces
That's a dice.
it's just your saving throws.
Rolled a 20.
That's a saving throw. I think you can re-roll that. Just double checking. That's a wisdom save. Nope. I'm stuck with it. Ow.
Well, that was loud. Now she's on my bad side.
Whoa, yeah, now.
As it turns out, the no one is frightened.
Woohoo!
That is how the song goes. We ain't afraid of no ghosts.
It's a great part of June.
I say to her, "Come into the light. Let me take you home."
Woo! Wait, I missed with an 18? Hell yeah. Let's go. Helps when you have a shield.
Are you muted, babe?
No, I
Okay.
don't believe so. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna use my. Yeah, I still think this is what I want to do. All right. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. Here.
Okay, excellent. They both fail. Yep.
I just click the effect button, right? And it.
Should be if they're targeted.
And then that's my action. With my bonus action, I'm gonna use my prayer beads to cast Bless on Dagon, Fancy. Bless? No, that's 30 feet. Okay, yeah. And Weldon. Right? Yes, they all failed there. Okay.
Yeah. No, nice.
The buffs are out.
Poof poof.
And yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay here. By Spectre 18.
Alright, 1 second here.
It looks like it cleared off the effects of everybody, but I don't think it's supposed to clear into the end of my turn this round. The fear
You're
thing.
Right. You're right. Yeah, for the fear. Mm-hmm. Amaros, just behind you, the corpse of this looks like farmhand of some sort. Looks just like a fresh corpse, but it it doesn't like evaporate, but in some ways it's like it's drawn apart from itself. It was solid, corporeal corpse that now seems to be rising in its own mist, if you will, up above the body. It is. It's like it's not coming out of the body. It is the body that is in some way transmogrifying into something that is floating above the body, as it's like drawing almost like a fan that would be sucking smoke up out of something, drawing up into something above it. Okay. So we got moved. How did I get moved?
Oh, we have more stuff coming on.
Oh, that was in the right spot. Yes. Okay. The that smoke wisp stuff that was coming off the corpse and solid transmogrifying into a quiet soul. As the banshee continues to wail, the quiet soul awakens, and in so stirs several other ethereal beings that join the fray.
Guys, we need to shut her up.
I'm on it.
Elira's going to be walking into the ring if you want to take care of that.
Yes, thank you. And that's half movement as well.
No!
Ow!
These ghosts may not know, but we have a certain order we do things in this party. Fancy should be falling first.
That's right. That's right.
Emmy, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. This necrotic energy seems to sap your very life essence from her touch. Okay, how do I do this? So they, the wraiths life drain attack hits for necrotic energy. It drains you, like it hurts you with the necrotic energy, but it also drains you of your maximum health of Constitution. So it's like it hits you in some ways double if you fail the saving throw. It's not that it does double damage, it's that it reduces, like it hits you for damage and also simultaneously reduces your max health by the same amount. And if your max health is reduced to 0, then you die instantly.
Oh,
I think I'm just gonna have to do it. Just make a note.
I say, do I need to change up my character sheet and just write it down what it is originally?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do that. Is so it's not like your wounds add.
No, but just subtract 18 from my hit points, right?
Good news, you're at full
Yeah,
health.
Yeah, from your max. Yeah. That effect persists until a long rest.
Ouch.
I would concur.
What effect does she have?
If she drops to 0, she dies.
The
Max.
withering, the withering, like not the withering touch, the life drain of a wraith reduces your maximum hit points by the amount of damage it deals. If you fail it has to hit you. It does damage, and then you take a con save. If you fail the con save, it also reduces your max hit points by that amount, and that lasts until a long rest. That effect.
So my max HP is lower until I long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't be removed by anything.
Maybe. Does not know any better, so it's going to use.
What in the holy smokes?
The ghost is going to.
I am going to use my Flash of Genius.
Okay.
Use my reaction to add my intelligence modifier to the roll.
And is that a plus
Which
5?
is at a +8. It's bringing me to 15.
Is it? It's a. Does it just add your intelligence modifier? Or does it add? What is it?
Yeah, my intelligence modifier. Oh yeah, +5. Sorry, yeah, I was looking to say 5. So it brings me to 12.
That is just shy. That is 1 point shy.
No.
That is
No.
the
Smart enough.
It does basically the thing from the original Beetlejuice where he's like the face just like all crazy shit comes out of it and it looks like real scary for like a second in its horrifying visage. At the moment, you are immune to the frightened effect, but you feel physically older. You are aged by 2 physical years. The 2 that fail. Let's see, that would be Weldon and Val. However old you are, your body is now 2 years older than it was.
Val's gonna fall over.
Shit, I'm almost to midlife crisis. I'm 25.
Are you a smoking rabbit? I guess you are.
No, I don't smoke. I smoke things.
Smokes the meats.
I will. Ooh, this could be it's a force. I don't know why it's not rolling. This is really making me. Ah, I've already got this coded. Oh, that should have went once.
You gotta attack first.
Oh, wait, where's my attack?
You haven't even targeted anyone. This is on you, so like you have to target them. Which is a fine way to put that ability in the first place. It's just so that you have an attack roll and damage roll for your cannon on your character sheet.
Yeah. Where is it?
I don't know. I can't.
I know. Yeah, I understand you can't do something.
I also can't actually use the abilities on the character sheet either,
Oh.
or on the pop-up.
Huh. I'll just roll up 7 again.
Who are you attacking? Elira?
Elira, yeah.
Just misses. One.
Cannon,
shot.
you worthless cannon. And then I will use my own action to cast Eldritch Blast.
You hit,
Just hits.
but you cast it twice? Two
Yep.
times? Okay.
Yeah, because I get 2 beams. Yeah.
Okay. And they both hit.
I had the damage rolled in there too. There we go. Pew pew.
How can I target things? I'm not able to click on them for some reason.
Control click target.
Yep, not working.
Go touch me.
Oh, it only shows up on my turn for some reason.
It shows. Well, if you hover over your own icon, you can see the things that it has targeted. Usually.
It's working now that it's my turn. Take my. If the Spectre is going to have opportunity attacks, I'm going to move. I'm trying to.
Yes, it would. That's not it, because it doesn't have advantage. Okay, misses. 1. Nice. That hit with advantage, so it's got sneak.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Heck yeah.
That hit good. Alright, the ghost is going to try to enter this echo.
Yes, yes.
Dagon saved. Yay.
A reaction. Excuse me, I'd like to use shield.
Okay, and that puts you at... What's the current?
I'm 21 now.
Yeah, that puts you at 26.
Yeah, sorry, I can't find anything.
Let's say it'll go away if you're next anyway, but...
Let me mark that spell slot. Okay. I guess I need to hit this little motherfucker.
Amoros, and then the Quiet Soul, and then Fantasy.
Oh gosh, so horrible. Bonus action. Spiritual weapon. And it's going to take a swipe at the Wraith.
At the Wailing Wraith.
I don't know why. Was that an advantage? I don't know why I did all those things.
Because she has fairy fire on her,
Fairy
Oh, okay.
Fire,
so it's
yeah.
advantage.
Fantastic. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Ooh,
Well, that's something.
that's,
That's not bad for a spiritual weapon.
That's a poke in the eye, that's for sure.
Let me mark off all my things. And, okay, that is my turn.
I didn't do the thing. Oh, I forgot to keep doing the thing. That's alright. I will do it on start. It might have changed things, but it's okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry. Yep.
I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit at level 4.
Okay.
Which I think I'm gonna cast it like between Emmy and Dagon. I think I can get both of them.
Yep.
It's not letting me show it because it will only do half blocks, but I messed up. I forgot to add
your weapon.
yeah,
The hook.
Moonsicle. Which is just 1d4.
Yep. Hit the D4 and see what. Might just have to manually. How do I do that for? Those two will have to just add the 4.
Got it.
Or rather, reduce 4 from their wounds.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna oh, never mind. I can't do what I wanted to do. Okay. Had a plan, but didn't work all the way. Okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Fancy.
Thank you.
Forgot to heal the hook again.
Did I?
No, you didn't. Oh, no, sorry.
I
No,
got
you
it.
didn't. No, it's there. Never mind. I missed it.
Okay. It's like pretty sure I got it that time. Alright, and that's my turn.
Oh man, that would have changed things.
What? Would? Hmm.
The 3 of you that fail fall asleep immediately.
No.
I'm assuming that ends my concentration, but it didn't take it off.
Yes, not just incapacitated, but unconscious should remove concentration.
This fight isn't going so well for us.
Yeah, your empathy is really
You
getting
guys-
skilled.
You're
you guys
asleep.
should have cried.
Shh.
You're sleep talking.
Yeah. Shh.
No, we should not have cried. These woke ass spirits should have learned to raise their own damn kids.
So if I lost concentration, then the advantage on attacks would go away.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if I can remove those or not, but
Should be able to, if you since you added them.
All is right with the world again. Fancy is unconscious.
I got it. Yeah.
He was just getting to the yodeling part of that song, but.
Ouch.
I'm assuming since I'm unconscious that nothing happens, or do I get to do something?
If you take damage, it awakens you. Let's see. So Val is no longer asleep, but just
Do I just hit the next actor button then?
I was just looking to see if there was any other text on it. For a creature uses an action to wake you, or yes, you're just snoozing through your turn.
Okay.
Oh, this one doesn't actually.
Yay. Half movement once he crosses over.
We have ourselves an undead, relentless hound. Coming in. Okay, why didn't it do that with advantage? Didn't need it, but why didn't it do that?
Because he's blessed, so the advantage, disadvantage canceled out, is my guess.
Yeah, but Bless doesn't give disadvantage on a thing to attack it.
Oh.
Just make sure it wasn't a crit. Okay, wouldn't have been a crit. That part you would have lost concentration on that when you fell asleep. So you probably need to remove that effect. But when it hits you, you do wake up.
Into the restroom.
It hits a second time.
Yeah.
And then if
This fight's been ghastly.
If it hits with both, you have to make a Constitution saving throw, which you succeed. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question,
Uh-huh.
real quick. So, if I am knocked out, would my healing spirit just?
Is it a concentration? No, it's. I don't remember. Is it a concentration spell, Healing Spirit?
It is Oh, it is actually concentration.
Then, by being knocked out, you lose your concentration, lose the
Oh,
spell.
it's gone. Okay. Poop.
The bless is the only one that does not, because it's not your concentration. It's from the bead.
Right. Beads. Okay.
Now that she's made me very ill, I'm gonna get sick on her.
Yeah, you show him, Emmy.
So does that mean she doesn't get the damage?
No, she failed her saving throw, which means that that your effect takes place.
It's all the
Oh
pea soup.
shit! Yeah, you throw the brew at him.
Blech.
All right, is that the brew, the stomach brew you're throwing at her?
Mhm.
Throwing up on the bench.
You are still prone. I should have told it to put prone. It just says unconscious, which I should
Unconscious
automatically
standing
put.
up?
Which should automatically put prone, but it does not. So it's annoying.
I've seen some videos of people standing up sleeping at work.
I
Just
mean,
saying.
Which is
Same.
actually kind of funny, because if they get knocked unconscious and then they fall and like bonk their head, but taking damage wakes them up.
I'd also like to further say I've seen people stand up asleep with a water hose going at work, so we should be able to do way more things while we're unconscious. I'm just saying.
Autopilot. I mean, what's the problem if they're running the hose well? I mean, as long as they're doing their job with the hose, I guess. Oh, I don't like that. I like that more.
both hit, so we shall see.
Okay,
you succeeded on your saving.
Yay.
God.
Yep, hit it with a damage.
Get it.
And somewhere in there, I lost the save. Where's the save for fancy? Save for fancy. Okay, succeeded. Okay, good. All right.
Me.
Bring it on.
Get him, Emmy.
At the start of, let's see, is everybody within 30 feet? So to do it right, at the start of your turn, if you are in range of the Quiet Soul, which is 30 feet,
Amy and Weldon are not.
By point to point. Yeah.
it says everybody's within 30 feet.
Well, okay.
Is that true?
20 feet from it, I assumed Weldon would be a little further.
It says that
She's
Amy's
in 10 feet.
25 and he's 30.
I'm exactly 30. Yeah. If I target it.
It's kind of weird. It's on like a corner of 4 different squares. I didn't.
Yeah.
It's technically treating it like it's in the square. Because it doesn't do half squares in the distance. At the beginning of everybody's turn, I have to do a. Let's see. Okay, there's no like if you succeed once that you succeed forever. It's just a constant aura of melancholic emanation is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
That you get sleepy. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not tired. Let's do this.
Rawr.
Now, do I have to move to hit Spectre 3 or corner to corner's okay?
You're fine.
Corner.
You're fine. Mm-hmm.
Emmy's doing all the work so far. Yeah. Oh, what? No.
It failed. That's
Oh, it
the
fails.
good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always, every time, I always get confused.
Nice. Is Caustic Brew a cantrip?
No, it's a level 2 spell.
Oh.
What I'm using it as, yeah.
It is one of the brews that Badman Brews will not carry as a drink.
Mm-hmm. I'm rolling for my cannon to attack Spectre 3.
Spectre 3, hit.
Yeah, alright.
Is that ballista?
Yeah. Were you able to roll damage? Nice.
Yep, I can pull it off of its actual combat tracker thing. I just can't pull it off of its card for some reason.
Huh. Okay, and then I will fire a cantrip.
Actually, hold up.
It says I failed. Oh, I will give myself, I'll be at 13. Or use my Flash of Genius.
This one's a little higher.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this one's DC 15.
Okay.
You
This
fall
isn't
asleep.
this. Oh no! It's not dex save, or I'd be able to do more. So the Spectre's still
Roll
alive.
on me. Asleep.
No.
Were you already asleep?
No, I got hit for a crap ton.
And then he he got hit, and then he woke up.
Woke up.
And then
Took a nap
he
again.
went right back to some narcolepsy.
He's already so melancholy. The melancholy is just like more melancholy than he was already melancholy. So I just immediately put him to sleep.
Just asleep. This is Josh's character.
For real. It's put me to sleep in real life almost.
Let's see. Did we remove unconscious? So you got hit. So you should be removed. Did not do that. But now we need to see if you go back to sleep. You do not. You are awake.
Yay!
Amoros is not morose? Or morose?
It's a different sort of challenge this time around. Fracking ghosts.
Wasn't expecting to be able to do anything. Okay. If creature is changed into something else, will its aura go away, or is that like separate?
That depends on the manner in which it is changed, I would think.
So if I polymorph the quiet spirit into a squirrel,
It might just be a squirrel. Assuming you can do that.
yeah, I mean it's a.
Can you polymorph ghosts?
Just as a creature. Yeah. I'm gonna try it, I guess.
Yep, as the creature is limited in the actions it can perform by the nature of its new form, and it can't speak, cast spells, or take any other action that requires hands or speech. Yeah, and so it's limited by its actions by the nature of its form. Oh no, it rolled really well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it would have worked if it worked.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm gonna I guess do a healing spirit, level 3. I'm gonna assume that's up just a tiny bit, so it's hitting Dagon, Val, and Fancy. Healing spirit.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's 3. Said within 30 feet of. Yeah, okay, I guess I'm gonna stay here. Because I don't think I can dodge 4 creatures as I walk past them. Stinky
That
spot to be
attitude,
in.
you can't.
Well,
Hound. What's this? Wait, which hound? Ah, wrong hound. Sorry, false alarm.
advanced. Okay, yeah, sure do. Oh yeah, because Fancy is got protection from good and evil.
I'm going to.
Let us
Fancy's going to do something that
let us
the
first
folks.
see if you are awake.
Oh, okay. That happens at the beginning of my turn every time.
If you're
Yeah,
within
everybody's turn.
if you're
Okay.
within range of the
Do I roll it or do you just?
you're awake.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to turn towards the quiet soul, and Fancy just places his fingers on his temple, shuts his eyes for just a moment, then opens his mouth and screams a shout that comes out as this psychic lance that just shoots out of his forehead at this thing, hopefully.
Okay.
Get
Your own banshee
loud.
scream, if you will.
I don't know if that didn't do a thing. This?
It failed the saving throw. Bzzzt.
Oh, fuck.
And it
Damage
resisted?
0. Ugh.
You know what? We try.
Just go back to sleep, man. Just go back to sleep.
Okay.
The quiet soul is immune to psychic damage.
It's good to know.
Sounded better when Fancy put that down in paper.
Yeah. The other like ghost inspectors not.
Since he's
not
immune to the
ghosting.
damage, does he also get incapacitated at least? Supposed to incapacitate them.
That's a good question. Because he did get hit, and I don't think the spell would say it's if he takes damage, it's if he gets hit, right?
And he also failed it.
Yeah, I think I can allow that. It is not immune to incapacitate.
Yay, I'm not completely useless.
It doesn't shut down his aura, but he is incapacitated. The Hound.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's gonna go this way.
Not Miami. I think I'm gonna prevent that.
What are we preventing?
She failed the save there.
Are you gonna flash of genius her?
Yep.
Okay. That changes to a success.
Huzzah! Let's see. I've got 2 more charges. So
There you go.
Is Val asleep?
take care of Emmy as much as I
He
can.
is
I can't block
currently
attacks.
asleep,
But...
yes.
I don't know if how I need to do this. Can I take a bonus action and kick him?
It takes an action to wake him.
Don't kick the baby.
I use my action.
Or to do actual damage.
I use my action to wake him up. And then, what the fuck can I do? Okay, I'm going to take opportunity attack from Ghost 29. One quick second.
Yeah, good.
And I guess my bonus. I think I can make that. He was on a weird half square. I need to put this on my bar as well.
Spiritual weapon.
Okay. That's that.
Quiet Souls in cap.
What's 29 starting?
29 is the one you just walked away from. Alright, do we got 16? Do we got anything before I roll damage? Nothing is.
Yeah, can I do the uncanny dodge thing?
Yes, it is considered an attack.
So let me find that button.
I took care of it.
Well, I should be
week
my
now?
I should be resistant to that anyway. On top of the other thing.
Necrotic? Resistance to what thing? Sorry.
Touch.
Necrotic resistance. I have resistance to necrotic damage on my traits.
Oh, you don't have that turned on.
I don't know how to turn that on.
You have to make an effect for it that gives you resistance to necrotic. But that
Okay,
would
I'll
be
YouTube that later.
They give you 5 hit points back.
Plus, I didn't have the. Oh, you've already half the damage from. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd give you 5. Yeah, very very much exactly like. In fact, if you look at Dagon's effects, there's an effect. His is celestial resistance is resist necrotic, comma radiant. Yours would just be resist necrotic. Exactly that. That's the exact text needed to give yourself resistance to necrotic on effect.
Okay, Spectre 18, come on down.
Oh, you can just drag it from the effects thing. There's a resist necrotic thing in there.
I think there is in the effects. I think there's one built like.
Let me, Mr. Guide you back to where you need to be. Oh yeah, hold on. Is it Quiet Soul's turn?
It is Quiet Soul's turn.
Please be a 1 HP wonder. I'm not just light. That's fine.
Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, it misses. Okay, okay. The Hound.
Which hound's coming up? 6.
One right next to you. Ooh, and saved on it hit twice. So Constitution save. You saved. Very good. Okay, so Fancy. Let's see if you are awake. You're awake.
Oh, that's
the
good.
start of his turn, I'm gonna allow the spirit to heal him.
Ah, yep.
Well, I guess I have to do this the old-fashioned way since I can't scream at him. Um. I guess I just whip out my rapier, and I can't pull out my secondary weapon yet. That'll happen another time, and I'll attack the ghost that's beside me there.
23. Yep. Can still use a flourish, but you hit.
Hit away.
Nice.
And can I still? I have one more attack. Can I turn around and hit the hound too?
You may.
We'll try. And this one, I am going to go ahead and use a defensive flourish. I'm going to eat a bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm. That gives you
1d8 AC
and then that 1d8 also goes on to an attack.
damage,
or something?
extra damage.
Extra
Yeah, it does
damage.
4 extra damage.
Okay, yeah. So just in your modifier type 4,
Oh,
and then
modifier
and then do
4.
the roll. Yeah. So do the modifier box first.
I think I did it.
Plus 8. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was enough either way, whether it worked or not.
Plus 8 is because I have plus 4 anyway. And
Yes,
so I did
okay.
plus 8 from the modifier.
Yep, perfect.
I say to Fancy, it's like, oh, I can't wait to hear the song about this move.
Shaboop, shaboop. And then that's it.
And then you need to do
Survey
the
says.
AC 4 on yourself.
How do I
There's
do that
effects for
again?
the 8 different AC numbers. There's one for AC 4 in the effects already.
All right, I'll find it.
At the very top right where it says Tool,
Yep.
there's an effects button, and then it should be on the first page of custom effects as AC 4.
It worked.
Okay, let's see. Val, do you wake? Or do you sleep?
Deep sleep.
I just woke you up. It's just like
Wait a
Nerdcation.
second, there's also... I think there's another effect that we have to consider, because you're Shatter Kai, but don't you have some of the Elvish ancestry traits?
I have Elvish.
Because there's something about unnatural sleep in there. Fey, interested. Charmed, no.
Oh, trance. I don't need to sleep, and magic can't put me to sleep.
Oh, you don't have advantage on sleep. You just literally can't be put to sleep. Magic can't put you to sleep. Yeah, I think you don't sleep.
No sleep, no bed, no.
Yeah, you're awake.
I sleepy.
Bunnies can sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Bunnies are sleeping.
Oh. Bunnies are already sleeping. Sleepy bunny. The Minotaur is awake.
Okay. And very, very hard. As a bonus action, I'm going to move my spirit here and use the last 2 charges to heal myself and Fancy.
Okay. Very well. That's the bonus action.
Gone. Uh, else is a bonus action too.
And now you get regular action.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna cast. Well, just- actually, let's hit somebody.
Yeah, do your thing. It is not an action you are very practiced at.
No, yeah, it's slipped on some wet moss.
I'm just, if I may interject, I'm curious how you look right now. Do you look like angry or just like totally tired and beat down?
I'm pretty tired and beat down and very bloody. So I probably should have. I don't know. That's the wrong thing. Alright. I was gonna Misty Step away, but that's also a bonus action.
It is actually, yes.
Yeah. Those healing word.
Yep. Cure wounds isn't. Emmy's
Cure
awake.
wounds.
So my concentration's not been broken since I first cast the brew, right?
Correct.
Sorry, let me try that again.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
But the target you hit with it is dead.
Was immediately killed the next turn by well done.
Right, that's fine. I can just turn and hit this other guy, though.
Yes, I think Caustic Brew allows you to move that dot or something. I can't. I don't remember.
That is some potent pea soup.
It doesn't say if I can turn it or not, actually.
Oh, no, I believe that it is just continually emanates in wherever you placed it in the direction you choose,
Okay.
and then.
And what is this box by the Wraith?
It's a spiritual weapon. It's Dagon's spiritual weapon. It doesn't physically take up that space, but it is there.
Thank you. We're gonna try a shocking grasp on this guy.
It hits.
Not great, but
Partial resistance.
The Wraith.
I'm just taking a nap. I don't know how bunnies snore. All right.
Roll me up.
You're awake.
Yay!
Perhaps you should now create eternal slumber for something else.
Yeah, you go to sleep.
Okay. So many things on this guy. I am going to read this real quick. Let's just do Booming Blade.
Yes.
Okay, let me do my attack. And so I was reading thing, and apparently this is technically allowed. You can tell me if you don't like it or if it's not, because you know I can read on Reddit, so whatever. So that is a cantrip, so I can quicken spell to do another cantrip,
Yes, that
and
is definitely true.
my other cantrip, because
Hey,
this is
quick question. Fat guy was in cap. Is that auto crit or is that advantage on attack? I can't remember what in cap was.
Advantage, I think.
it's not auto crit. I know that.
It's not auto. Yeah, it's not auto crit. It is if they're incapacitated.
Oogie.
You can't take actions or reactions. Yeah, it is neither. it doesn't provide any advantage, disadvantage, any of those types of things. Unconscious does. Paralyzed does.
Seems weird.
Like unconscious also adds incapacitated, but it is like a stunned is a further form of incapacitated, that sort of thing. Like incapped would be like your like a concussion grenade goes off. Like you still can move and like you still have
The capacity to do some things.
yes, yeah. So like you could still move, well, you can't take. Is movement an action? I think so, but like yeah, you're not completely stunned or that sort of thing, as opposed to like, I think it's like the lowest level of any of that kind of CC is incapacitated, and then all the other higher ones have incapacitated as like the first bullet point plus extra junk. I can also so anyway, you were saying something about
Bonus action. I wish I used 2 sorcery points, and now I'm going to do Green Flame Blade.
yes, yeah, no, to use one of your attack versions of a cantrip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels a little skeevy because you're getting a full attack out of it, but I guess you wouldn't want to do it when you actually grow up and get 2 attacks. So,
I mean, you still could. You could get, like, your attack action would be. Well, yeah, when you use your attack action, the action part, you might want to use your 2 regular attacks, and then you could quick get the bonus to get a second to get your cantrip attack. I mean, you could do that.
yeah.
Normally, right?
So, okay, I did the effect. Do my attack. Rude. Rude. Very rude.
The Green
Okay.
Flame Blade's secondary part doesn't require. If I remember right, it doesn't require a hit.
Hold on. I think I do have to. On a hit, the target suffers, and then the secondary is the green leap. So I have to hit.
Oh, you have to hit the first one for the next one
Yeah.
to leap on to the next one. Okay.
I guess this is where it is just a cantrip. So okay. Well, that was not a rule of cool at all. All right. Next
I mean,
time.
the rule was cool, but the action sucked.
And because I did that as a bonus action, I can't use my spiritual weapon this round. So,
Correct. Yes.
hey, Fancy, do your shit.
Am I
Do it
awake?
again.
Hey, I could draw my short sword this time.
You are just awake.
Okay. Looks like I can move. I'm going for this quiet soul because he's an asshole.
Do it.
That is accurate and plausible.
I'm just gonna attack with weapons since shouting at him does nothing. Let's see here.
I'm sure you hurt his feelings.
Normal rapier attack first.
Uh-huh. It hits.
And then again.
Also hits.
And then he gets a short sword with a defensive flourish. Can I do that on that one, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Do a fancy flourish.
You get and it hits also. Yeah.
This is the D8.
Yeah, that bless is coming in clutch. So add 3 in your modifier, and then yep. Poke him in the eye.
All right, that's me. And I'll change my AC modifier.
Yep. Now you just change it in the effect. What did you have?
Or do I do it in a different place now? Or
No. Like how it says AC4 in your thing, you can just click on that and change it to 3. I think also works, or you can delete it and then drag over a 3. You can do it either way.
how do I delete it?
If you have like on the combat tracker, there's like the different buttons on the top right of your card, if you will, on the combat tracker, and one that looks like a person icon is the effects,
Oh, there it goes. I see it now. Thanks.
and then you should be able to click on the trash can.
Got it. I've already passed, so.
Oh, I'm Rose.
Or I can't.
And I can't help him
Rar.
because I'm sleeping.
I tried to kill him.
Oh
Okay.
hell, I'd save Amaros, but I can't because I'm napping.
Amy might be able to. Doesn't she have Flash of maybe Genius also? I don't know
I
if
think
that's a special feature
Yes.
for your subtype or if that's a...
Yeah, Emmy should be able to help. Yeah.
Your int is a +4.
That'd
So
make
you
it a
could
15.
Make it a 15, which would be just enough.
Mm-hmm. I think you should do that.
Emmy is gonna help. All right, yay!
The question is was Emmy paying enough attention to help?
Oh.
It's up to her.
She might have been staring at my spiritual sword. How does that work? Can I make one of those?
I'm just real uncertain about how Flash of Genius really works anyway, so I don't
You
understand
just
how
say
it
you're gonna
works.
do it. That's about it. It adds your intelligence ability modifier on the left of your character sheet, the +4 to her save, so it pumps it up a little bit, and you can do it 4 times
Oh
a day.
yeah, she's my favorite. I'm gonna pump her up.
Yeah, the ability check or saving throw. So the
Yeah.
saves are obviously a really strong use of it if it makes the difference. But then also like certain ability checks, like if you were trying to, tinker with something, or someone was like investigating or looking for something, or trying to persuade someone, you could also use your Flash of Genius to help them do that as well, as long as they're within 30 feet of you.
It barely reaches, but yeah, do it.
Armoros is not asleep.
Yeah.
No
Alright.
sleeping on the job, Amros.
So, yeah, can I do my can I disengage as my action?
You can disengage as an action, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. And 30, right? Move. Okay. Right. And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit again. Here. I think I'll do that with the 3rd level. Okay. And okay. Good one.
Ooh, good heal. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so action, movement, bonus action, marked off the spell. Okay. Got it.
Move over there. I think Ghost 29.
Oh wait, doesn't matter. You can't be slept anyway. Silly me.
I don't know if you want to swing at me to go swing eye or not. I think I was within. I don't know. Wasn't paying attention.
Let us see. Yeah, they would all be aggressive. It is considered an attack, so the question is, are you going to use your uncanny on that attack?
No.
Partially resisted. 5. Yeah, so it only did 5. Good. All that's working right.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that could have been rough.
I just had to hit the button that said "Don't take this off ever."
Yes. Yep, it's all on you, man.
So since this guy, if I do a melee attack against Quiet Soul, he's within 5 feet of Fancy. It means I automatically get sneak attack, right?
Correct. Yes. You do not need advantage if you if you have a party member within 5 feet to at least get the sneak part. Ooh, he hurting. Right, is in melee with Emmy.
Ouch.
Ooh.
I think it's gonna hurt.
Oh no!
Ouch.
A non-crit would not have been enough, but that crit was enough to knock her in a different kind of unconscious.
Is it too late to use the reaction to make them re-roll the 20? Since you already rolled the damage pretty quickly, so.
No, we can do that.
Okay, I will do it then. I will use my reaction to cast Silver Barbs. Where is it?
If I do that, did 20, so she had 16 left. Okay, silvery barbs. So it has to re-roll the attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna roll with advantage because I didn't remove her stupid thing. I fixed her hit points, but I didn't get rid of the.
Plus 6. Roll 11.
Try it one more time. Move her effects. Oh.
Huh.
Oh!
What are the odds? I rolled 5 again.
Code 17, come on down.
Oof.
Wait.
What happened?
What?
Did I roll on 2 things?
Yeah, you had
Fuck
2 things
me.
targeted.
I'm sorry.
Mwahahaha. Pew pew.
That's some wishful thinking.
He'll have to wait
It's
his
our
turn.
kind of thinking.
Okay, I fix that. I think I get rid of his unconscious and pro. Ghost is critical.
Asleep.
You are. It lasts for a minute, so you're still sleeping. But let the bunny rest.
Don't worry, it'll count as a long rest when you're done.
No, whoa. I'll just wake up like, what happened? Everyone's dead. The enemy will forget about me. They're like, oh, he's dead. He's been down. He hasn't moved in a long time. No, I said they would forget about me.
Don't you forget about me.
My turret's like, what do I do, Pa?
If it's any consolation, you're awake now.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, now I'm just waking up and my balls are just kicking me in the nuts.
Yeah.
If we survive this, I think we're going to be camping out in this church. That seems safe.
Yeah.
Me digging up this lady's corpse for a kid and putting it as a marionette somewhere.
Oh, that escalated fast. Jeez.
I hate this woman.
Oh, wait. At the start of Emmy's turn, I want to
Yeah.
use heal, lean, spirit charge.
Oh yeah. Off of the charge off the spirit. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
She just couldn't let go and go to the other side to visit the child who's already on the other side. All you had to do was reassure her that it was there waiting for her.
Nope, we just sent her right along.
If I
We're
read
reunited. Feels
if I
so
read
good.
better than that religion check you had me do.
Yeah, that religion check would have told you because you mentioned it. You
Yeah,
said,
I called that exactly pretty much.
you
Just not to know what to do though.
yeah you you had said something that sparked exactly for me to send you the tell about make the roll.
Yeah, this is not Weldon's wheelhouse. He's like, religion? Fire!
Had the same conclusion. They're reunited.
So since they had success, I don't do damage, or it's halved.
What do we
If
do?
you roll the damage, it should do it automatically.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, see. Partially resistant.
Partially resisted.
I'm puking again.
Yeah. It just doesn't
It's
get
a
the
30-foot stream.
effect that goes on at the start of it. It doesn't get the Tasha's brew effect, which causes it to take acid damage at the start of the turn or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I remove that. But it does take the initial black, like, there's like two components to that spell, I think, where it does, you throw out the line and it damages everything in the line, and then if they save, then they don't get the effect on top of that. If they don't save, they take the full damage, and then they also get the effect, which causes them to take acid damage every turn thereafter.
So I need to take the effect off?
I did. I took it off of it
Okay.
already. Yeah, I did that.
Okay, okay.
Okay, let's try this fire thing again.
What?
Burning, eating.
And then I don't know if I have an effect for the. Let me read this.
For Green Flame Blade?
Oh yeah, it is. It's 1d8. Okay. Oh, it is actually pretty decent. Well, damage for this jump. Well, sometimes.
Oh, 7. Yeah.
I'll
It
take
is
it.
if
And let's select that guy. Let's take a little hit on him. All right. Yeah, that's not a bad turn. Oh, hey, I got another thing to do. Hold on.
make sure it's the only one targeted.
Yeah, I was just. Bad dog.
Oh, it rolls
Oh,
bad.
good thing I rolled like our lowest initiative. I wake up.
You're groggy. You woke
Yeah,
up
I'm
and you're like,
groggy.
what's going on?
I've been
I
asleep for a
say,
couple
I say to
turns.
Val, I was like, go get Emmy.
What?
What?
I say, go help Emmy.
He disagrees.
Sometime it be that way.
I mean, you should at least get inside the spirit circle thingy.
I think I am.
Okay. Block out that.
For sure. Poof.
What the?
Be careful. Be careful. Like if you get yourself clicked on the map, you can also, at the very top, there's also the clear all targets, if that's helpful.
Yes, I like that button.
It's the one that's like the bullseye with a line through it. It's in the very middle of all the icons.
I don't have a heal set up for this. So Emmy's going to get healed for 4.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. here. And then pulling my healing spirit over as my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself as my action. Okay.
Booming blade.
The hounds are down.
And then, bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I got him in my bubble. It looks like half.
I guess I'm gonna go this ghost. Come on!
Their AC is particularly poor. These regular ghosts.
Yes!
It's another verse.
Saved you. I saved you, Weldon.
Swell no
Oh,
wake.
save me.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. I have to hit the button.
Weldon's holding up the "Your Music Saved Me" poster.
Oh, now it's my turn. I'm awake. Oh, I'm close enough to hit the wraith. I'm gonna have my turret move.
Wait, yeah. On his start of his turn, I'm gonna heal him with the last charge.
Oh, charge me up.
Oh, shit. What the garbage?
Ha! Just laser turkey hits. I think. You had to roll damage on that. Yeah, laser turkey. And then
That's your
follow
bonus
with it.
action.
Yep, I get to shoot a laser beam in my own. Well, I'm having a hard time finding that.
Eldritch
Cantrip.
Blast.
No, it's a specter. I don't think they take full damage from psion. Wait, do they?
That's
No,
not
that's force
psionic,
damage.
It's force.
It's not. Wait, Eldritch Blast Force? Sorry. No.
Yes, Eldritch Blast is force.
Jedi
Oh,
magic.
oh.
It's the force.
Swing.
It's actually one of the best damage types, just like Magic Missile. There's very few things that are resistant to force.
Swing. I'm awake.
So roll deck save again.
No, that's the way that spell works is the concentration is on the effect, not on like you shoot the line, and then the line goes out, and then it hits what it hits.
Gotcha.
And then your concentrate is to remain the effect that stays on the things.
So it's gone now.
Yes, yeah. Like in a way that line happens instantaneously. And then if they're hit, and then if they get the acid on them, then they get the effect is what you concentrate on in order to keep the damage rolling every turn. But if there's nothing to concentrate on, then
Yeah.
It's thematically much less cool than I thought it was. I was picturing like a scary movie with the Exorcist scene. Bah!
Bah.
yeah, it's more like you have a giant bucket, and then you just splash it out there, and it hits what it hits.
Yeah, you can probably stay in the same square as my sword. So how you feel about my
Yeah, it doesn't.
spectral weapon being inside of you?
It doesn't occupy the space.
No, he made it a point to walk around it for thematic purposes, because he's flourishing his psychic blades as he summoned them into his hands. Stay in the ground.
As the last of the angered spirits is once again laying to rest.
Everybody dead? Everybody gone?
That was a close call. You guys should have cried.
I feel like I missed something. Everyone okay?
Yeah, I'm just looking around everybody.
As the last of those spirits again are relayed to rest, the perceptions of the area around you shift and change. What was like that shimmering barrier that you walked through in order to enter into this place falls, and you still, the only thing that seems to somewhat remain is this large tree next to you, and then as the shimmering barriers fall, what appears to be a well-worn path begins to emerge out of the root of the tree itself, and kind of almost draws itself into the graveyard off to the northeast.
Towards presumably the mausoleum.
Not directly at, but off in that particular direction, the general direction, yes. The mausoleum is almost entirely straight to the east, and then the path winds the northeast mostly.
I still think that's the way we should go, for sure. Although I really am tired.
We should maybe find one of these buildings to secure up in. And
Is there still a building, or did we lose that? That's what. Uh, I mean, out of character, resource wise, outside of hit points, I'm doing okay. I don't know how the rest of us are doing. Right. But we do have some weird things like where Emmy has lost max health that she can't get back until a long rest.
Yeah,
And then there's this age thing. Everybody aged.
I don't think we're going to be able to get a long rest out of it, but we can try to get a short rest, tend to our wounds.
You're muted.
Can I use Greater Restoration on Emmy to remove the effect, reducing the target's hit point maximum?
Oh, can I think. Maybe. Or maybe that's the thing that will like fix the aging.
I'm just glad we're all alive and okay.
I think Val aging 2 years is really gonna do anything.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
probably going to fall over any second now.
I may not look it, but I feel it in my bones.
I mean, 2 years is like a very, very small percentage of his overall lifespan, so
The greater restoration. Are you gonna use that bead?
yeah, on Emmy.
It does remove that effect. Back to 59.
Woot. I feel so much better. Thank you, Amros.
I mean, we could have lunch. And
Well, I'm hungry. That's a fantastic idea. Immediately,
Yes,
Nancy
here.
starts going through his bags, looking for an apple or something. Just sits on some tombstone somewhere. Boop.
I'm gonna peek inside the house to make sure it's.
There's no more
There's no
house.
No, no
house.
house. There's no
Oh,
house.
I missed that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did
okay.
too.
I missed it. Okay.
Is one of the changes.
I think I'll drink this potion of healing I have here.
That's an idea.
If we are able to do a short rest, do you get healed from a short rest?
You
Still
roll
get-
hit
You do.
dice.
You rolled the
Oh,
hit
we can
dice.
roll.
You can yeah.
I will before we do a rest here in the open. Cast my rope spell. We have somewhere safe to take a short rest.
Oh, the rope trick.
Yep, good old rope trick.
I'm gonna hand out healing salve to Weldon and Fancy and
Up, everyone, up.
myself.
I think I can do also a song of rest, or can we stack those, Trad? Extra
Yeah.
hit points.
Up the rope. Up the rope we can.
Yep.
In my dimension.
We're
Up the rope.
So yeah,
Got
it
it.
just.
You're up the rope.
So
Yeah.
I
I'm
did.
gonna use Song of Rest, and that should give us 1d6 extra health if you roll a hit die. Just one time though.
Yeah, you get one extra d6. If you roll any hit die, you get one extra total d6.
So we're taking a short rest.
And the healing salve is just a 1d6
Sounds
heal.
like it, yeah.
It's not even a heal. It's not related to your hit dice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
Only a 1d6, huh?
If you want to use the salve, one of the things to do would be just to roll a d6 and then put the modifier and then roll your like for your Song of Rest as well as the salve. You can see how much total you're going to add to one of your die or whatever. That way you just have to. That way it automatically works with the health.
Okay, so
Like that. Aha.
I think I'll keep these wounds at 5 just for effect. I need to bleed a little bit.
Oh, well, that's a good roll.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you may use more than one die if you choose.
Oh, I guess
On a
I'll roll
long
one
rest,
more.
you get half of your total hit die back. So if you use more than half, you won't have them the next, like all of them for the next day, kind of thing.
Now remember, the D&D book says we should be able to do 6 to 8 of these encounters a day.
Oh, okay.
Well, this was
so what was
this
the
was actually 2 of those 6, but yes.
oh okay.
Well, we've only been at this a couple of hours, you know. A whole day is a lot more hours.
Feel
than
way
this.
better after this apple.
I wonder what did happen to that apple.
Apples. Nom nom nom.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bow if we're continuing on.
I need to go start laundering and start cooking food for the week eventually.
We have to feed our kids. So.
Yep.
What?
I think this is
Kids?
a good place to put a stop, and we will start the next session with the yellow brick road now placed before us, so to speak.
Riv and I went to the grocery store this afternoon, and I'm trying to keep my girls all together.